the good old piggy bank. When push comes to shove, go get the piggy bank.
Okay.
And then you feed it and you empty it, and you feed it and you empty it.
Okay, and that would be in the my office, which is in the southeast. If that's what you're saying.
That's correct. If that's the southeast, if you determine it's actually not the southeast, I'm actually pinpointing it to be in the southeast. So find out for sure where the southeast is.
Yeah. Well, I just did a compass rose here to check myself, and
okay. Okay, good. And if you have to move around by September, that's okay too. If you have to leave a little early, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't penalize you, but there's a possibility of you leaving a little early because you're directed as to where to go.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good, and that'll make itself apparent, I hope.
Very much so.
I overheard you say to someone else about this feeling of being uneasy or unsettled just because of the time frame, and I think that is an energy that I do feel.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
About the imbalance of things, vertigo she was speaking of, but there is that element of that.
Well, it's because the one star went into the center. See, water, the whole center, it's like the center of everybody's body, called their house and their body, is almost got too much water. And so it's a sense of, and they're feeding the unrest, which just, so they got to be careful because they're going to trigger. There's unrest all around you. Just push it away. Because and here's where you may have that spiritual shift that I'm speaking of. All the unrest, it looks very real. But in the center of it, if you push it all away and drop it, there is the reality. There is that essence of you. That is the presence, the awareness. But it takes great discipline because we keep thinking, well, you hurt my feelings and you did this and I'm unhappy. And so we keep pulling in the ego. And that's causing a lot of havoc right now. And very few people are willing to drop that. But I have a feeling you may be sick and tired of the old game.
Well, I want peace for myself, but more so I want peace for the world. And if it means that we have to put aside all of the ego feelings, then we have to do that because we need peace and harmony in our world. And it has to start with each and every one of us.
This is true. Yet, I'm telling you, in the long run, you will probably come to a great sense of peace by dropping that too. There are people that have come to this planet because unfortunately, it's a planet of war. So they have actually come here to fulfill their soul's mission. So you try to talk to them of peace, and they'll kill you. It's not their reality. So the more I keep learning, just drop it. If I'm where I need to be, that's enough.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes it so the problem is it's so darn easy. Nobody can do it. It's too simple.
Well, I have to keep an open mind and work on it.
Let it go. Just drop it. Just keep dropping it. There's actually lose your mind. Just keep dropping it. Just keep dropping it.
Lose my mind. Good. That's easy. I've got that one.
If you're very, very feeling like, okay, I've really had enough of the emotional extremes and the unrest and the sense of imbalance, I'm done with it. If you really feel, oh my God, I've meditated enough. I've been to Mecca. I've seen the guru. I've been to the top of the mountain. If you're really at that point, then I will strongly recommend a magical piece of work called Living Reality. But only if you're ready to drop it. Living Reality. And the guy who brought it forth is a fellow by the name of James Braha, B-R-A-H-A. It points you home. It points you back to center. It points you to your shining one, where nothing else can. So that's just a thought I'm putting out there for you. And if anybody else picks up on it, great. because it's certainly not for everyone. Less than 1% of the population would even think of attempting it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All righty then.
And then the only other thing I want to just go back to, you said metal around the door. What type of metal, or just metal, any type of decorative metal,
Yeah. Yes and no. It could be decorative. I mean, you could take a trip to Home Goods and find some lovely, happy, even a standing metal piece or a wall piece. But you can also keep it simple. You could get a metal wind chime and put it right on the doorknob or next to the door in case it drives you crazy. And if none of that suits you, it could be a clock with hands, regular hands, that not a digital is what I'm trying to spit out.
Absolutely. Okay, so that's very simple. That I can easily make sure. In fact, I was planning on getting a piece. Funny that you say metal, because I kept looking at metal pieces to go by the door. That's
well, duh. Who knew? You knew.
You knew. That's who knew. Well, thank you as always for sharing your insight. I appreciate it, and I enjoy your show.
Thank you, Lydia, and thank you so much for calling in, and happy New Year.
Thank you. Same to you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I think we have a caller on the line. Hi there. Hello? Oh, maybe I think they lost their patience. Call back in if you wish. I'm happy to be here and sharing feng shui cures to get you to energize the abundance that's within you. That's what's happening here. There's nothing outside of you. There's nothing to get, which is really odd. But if we can energize the abundance that you are, hey, you're good to go. So, okay, I was speaking before on minding your mouth so that you're not having energy leaks from your mouth. And in the meantime, speaking of mouth, there's a caller. Hi there.
Hi, Elaine. It's Jean.
Hi, Jean.
From New Jersey.
Hi, Jean, Jersey. Jersey Jean. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, too, thank you. And happy Year of the Rooster.
Hey, thanks. I'm a rat, so hopefully that's a good combination.
A rat is just fine with Rooster this year. Rat's doing okay.
All right, cool.
Yep, okay. So give me your year of birth again, Jean.
It's 1960.
Okay, hold a second here. 1960. And it's not in January, is it?
July.
Good. Okay, good. Oh, so you are Kun Southwest. Does that ring a bell?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So let's activate, well, first of all, the Southwest this year. We're really not activating it much because it could stimulate a little bit of aggravation in the female. What's in your Southwest, Jean, at the house?
In my house?
Uh-huh.
It pretty much, what's in my south? I don't know how to answer that. Walls?
Okay, wait a second. Wait, take me back to your front door. Do I possibly remember that your front door faces east?
It does face east.
Okay, good. So that means your backyard is west, and I believe your southwest from there is, if I'm looking at the house, it's off to my back left side. Okay?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what room is there?
The living room, dining room. It's a small house, so living room, dining room combination. And then upstairs that borders both Katie and Emily's room.
Okay, so it's not your room.
It's not.
Good. Wait, take me upstairs. Where's your room?
My room's to the right, so it's northeast.
Okay, excellent. Well, as unlucky and as unhappy was the Northeast this past year, it is awfully lucky and very happy this year.
Oh, that's good.
Hello, hallelujah. As a matter of fact, hold your hat, kid. It is lucky for love.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, isn't that nice?
Yeah, it is nice.
Yes, and it's also lucky for education, for further learning.
Okay.
Okay.
That's awesome. I have thoughts of I think I'm an education addict, and but I have thoughts for positive psychology. certification.
Cool. It's the year to do that.
Yeah.
And even if you're going to go downstairs, like into the dining room area and study, sit in the plunk yourself in the northeast of that little area.
Okay.
That's how you work it best. Northeast is it's what we call, in your case, because you are this Kun Southwest, it's the generating breath. So it's very strong for you and very positive. Except for last year. How'd you make out last year?
Oh, it was sucky.
Yeah.
Sorry, but
I'm right with you. Oh, God.
Yeah, it really, it was, you know what, the year, it felt like really heavy, and it wasn't just because of what's going on in the news and whatever. It was just, I felt like I was just a lead weight.
Jean, you picked up correctly. It was almost as if like this lead cloak was placed around you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's done. Well, it'll be done on the 3rd of February. But in this...
All right. No, it feels mentally and emotionally in my heart, I feel the momentum, but I haven't done anything with it yet.
Yeah. It's just lightening itself up. And in this transition week between the lunar and the solar new year, many of us are feeling sort of at odds, and the dust hasn't settled yet. That's what's happening.
Yeah, I heard you say that, and I was actually thinking about calling you this morning when I got up, and I am not one that considers myself addicted to my phone, but I do jump on to see what the latest is and what everybody's opinions are, and I'm really trying hard to find the balance. But I like the fact that you're phrasing it as "let the dust settle," because we all think it affects us, but I think in every day it doesn't really.
Yeah, if you can keep centering yourself with going into the shining one within, you're going to be perfectly fine. It's just that when everything is stirred up, it's just a little more challenging to hold to that discipline.
It is.
Okay, now I want you to take very good care of your health this year, okay? Because the West is your health area. And the West this year is where the Grand Duke is. So do you have any little food dogs or a dragon or anything like that in your feng shui repertoire?
No, but I could get them.
But is there a door in the West? Is there a back door?
Back door?
Yeah, is it in the West?
It is.
Is it directly opposite the front door?
Slightly to the right if you're looking from the outside into the front door. Okay.
All right, so it's sort of off kilter. It may not exactly be due west, which is good. Yeah, so I don't think you need anything there. It's just that when you go in and out of that door, don't let the door slam. Keep it quiet, what we call quiet. Same with the front door.
Okay.
Okay, but for your health, here's where you're going to get yourself in hot water if you're not careful. Sorry, I just need to take a sip of water there. If you go down the pathway of overthink or this dreadful expression to use on the air, but people use this a lot, and you may not exactly say it because you are a lovely lady, but the connotation is I'm so pissed off.
Okay, no, I've been known to say that. Okay.
No, that's not for you to say anymore.
Okay.
And how you use your mouth, meaning you're going to be like a hawk because your mouth this year is going to be extraordinarily important for maintaining good health.
My mouth?
Yes, your mouth, meaning what are you speaking?
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this year you don't have the luxury to mess around or fool around with, life is sort of sucky, it's not so good, any of that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So negative self-talk.
Yes, that will make you sick.
Okay.
And then you'll blame it on something. Well, I held their hand and they had sniffles. No, none of that will hurt you. But it's just by overthink, worry, anxiety, a fear falls right in there, and misusing your words.